Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, got a good one here for you. Lewis Jackson talking about the XRP ledger integrating with Ethereum. Okay, so let's discuss this. Very good video here, really does break it down very nicely, short and succinct, so I have to give this to Lewis. And I think this is a good video to put out because I think when a lot of these things come to light, a lot of people are really getting excited, but they don't always understand what they're getting excited for because they're not always getting the right end of the stick in regard to this. So definitely want to add my 2 cents in regards to this video. So got the main bullet points that I want to address and let's get into it. So as I said, just people getting really excited right now because they've seen a video with XRP linking with Ethereum and they're thinking that this is basically going to add to value flowing into XRP through the link, which is basically going to bring up XRP's value. Why is it going to be linking with ETH? The EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine. Okay, Ethereum virtual machine is basically a smart contract system. It's what a lot of blockchains use because it's basically the best. It's the best system for smart contracts. So a lot of blockchains link to EVM to enable smart contract functions. And so XRP linking with EVM is what people believe, and that's what they think is going to add to XRP now going up in value. So let's get into this. We've got Thomas Silkjaer. I'm really not sure of his name. I did a video just recently as well where I had to address his name, and I really, Lewis said it as well. He said, probably butchered his name. Me too. I really have no idea because it's a German name, so honestly not sure how to pronounce it, but let's just move along. He basically says that XRP is not actually integrating with EVM. So straight away, whatever you thought was going on actually isn't. So let's get into the real deal of what's happening here. A new blockchain with EVM capability is actually being proposed by Ripple to be linked with the XRP ledger mainnet via a decentralized bridge. But the new blockchain is not even based on the XRP ledger protocol. So let me just really break that down. They're proposing to create a whole new blockchain. So if you think about like Zahao, that kind of thing, just creating a whole new blockchain that wouldn't be linked to the XRP ledger. So this wouldn't even be based on the XRP ledger protocol. It would be a completely new blockchain. So you're not even taking like XRP ledger's open source code or anything like that to build it. You're literally creating a brand new blockchain with EVM capability that would then link to the XRP ledger. So the EVM is not directly connecting to the XRP ledger. The XRP ledger will connect to the blockchain via the bridge, and the blockchain will have EVM capabilities, so they will be able to use the EVM capabilities via the bridge to the actual other blockchain. That's the way they're trying to do this. So he then just goes on to say, so in reality, the setup is no different from all other EVM blockchains that already bridge to the XRP ledger. So the new blockchain is no more or less the XRP ledger than any of the others that connect to them. None of them are the XRP ledger. So he's basically just clarifying that this isn't the XRP ledger connecting to EVM. He's just trying to make that clear. And the new blockchain is not going to be an XRP blockchain. It's not going to be that. So he's just making that clear that EVM is not going to be connecting to the XRP ledger. Okay. So, Lewis then goes on to say, he doesn't know how the XRP tokens will connect to the EVM, and he says he doesn't know how that's going to affect the valuation of XRP. So, look, I'm not going to act like I know the full ins and outs of this because I'm not like a tech guy. My first assumption as to why they wouldn't have done this where the XRP ledger just directly connects to EVM is because they don't want smart contract functionality to potentially bug up the blockchain. Like that's the whole reason why with the Zahao network, the Zahao network is basically based on the XRP ledger, but they've enabled smart contracts on it. And the reason why they did that is because they kept going to Ripple saying, hey, we want to enable smart contracts. The developers were going to them saying, we want to enable smart contracts. And Ripple kept saying like they was open to it, but, never really giving them a direct answer. And they kept basically kicking the can down the road. And eventually the developers got fed up. They've just decided to create their own network. They've just created the Zahao network now instead, and just created their own blockchain based off of the XRP ledger with a fork. And then they've just enabled smart contracts on their own network. So fair enough, like that's fine. If they was tired of having to wait on them, go do it yourself. Fair enough. I can't really argue with that. But I can also see Ripple's stance, because if Ripple are trying to make cross-border payments like a huge thing, and they're saying that, well, smart contracts could really bog down the network and affect the utility XRP can provide in terms of being used as a bridge currency for cross-border payments, do you really want to potentially put something in that could ruin your whole business model, like your main business model? I'm not saying, cross-border payments is the only thing that Ripple are looking to do, but obviously that was the thing that they started out with. That was the vision they originally, had, was to be, the main company utilizing XRP to be utilized as a bridge currency for cross-border payments. So I can understand them being very cautious about wanting to potentially implement something that could destroy their whole business model. Like, I have to be honest, I understand that. And so this is why it makes sense as to how they are proposing this, because they don't want to implement the EVM into the XRP ledger and then potentially bog down the whole network. Because if that's the case, they might as well have just allowed the developers to enable smart contracts before, right? That was the whole point of what they were trying to do and why they created the Zahao network. So again, they're using this middleman blockchain, this middle network that will connect to the XRP ledger, and then that will allow them to have the smart contract functionality, but it's not tied to the ledger, so it shouldn't bog down their actual functionality of its main use case being used for cross-border payments. So I understand that's the reason why they've done this. I get that completely. In terms of how it connects, yeah, I'm not a tech guy, so I can't really answer that either, to be completely honest. So if anybody does have that kind of information, feel free to drop a comment. That's absolutely fine. And he said, he doesn't know how it's going to affect the valuation of XRP. To me, to be honest, I don't think it will. I think this is one of those things where, again, a lot of people just look at some news and think, oh, this is going to be the thing that makes XRP explode. And it really doesn't work like that, guys. Like, there's not just this one thing that's just going to come in and then, just blasts off. Because even when you enable the smart contract functionality, like the EVM and whatnot, like, they do get this proposal accepted and they create the new blockchain, connected to the XRP ledger via this blockchain and has EVM capabilities. It's not like the value is just going to suddenly just shoot up. No, what's going to happen is you're going to need people who are developers to start developing, dApps for the XRP ledger. So it definitely opens up the door to bring value to the XRP ledger. But it's not like, okay, say for example, the proposal goes through and they say, okay, by May 2024, AVMs will be accepted because it'll be linked to the new blockchain. It's all going ahead. It's not like on that date in May, the price is just going to shoot up. It's the same with the AMM. It's not like when the AMM gets accepted and, it officially goes through, the price is just going to shoot up on that day. No, like, now what happens is the value has to build, right? So the developers have to get in and start creating dApps and stuff like that with smart contracts. People have to start using the dApps and liking the dApps. And that's when they're using XRP more. It's starting to bring more value. More people are using the ledger. That's how this works. It's not like you just hear this one news event and that just shoots the price up. So yeah, in terms of value, I really don't think it's going to do nothing in terms of just like on the day. Like, I think it's definitely opens up the door for more value to come in, but it's not going to just be like a moonshot moment, like, like a flip the switch moment or anything like that. But then Lewis talks about how this opens up, XRP for way more possibilities in terms of like gaming, tokenization and stuff like that via smart contracts. Completely agree. He's bang on the money there. Obviously, one of the reasons why I do think XRP has struggled with developers is because there isn't smart contracts on there, which does limit the things that it can do. But again, I understand why it is like this. Is because it's designed for payments, and that's what they're trying to do with Ripple to get XRP utilized for. That is like the main use case that I want it to be used for. So they're trying to keep it so that it's still primed to be used for finance, for banks, as a bridge currency. But they obviously want to help it also have adoption of other things, which is why it makes sense for them to try and do this the way that they've proposed, like making a blockchain that also has the EVM capability and linking it to that blockchain instead through the decentralized bridge. That makes complete sense. But yes, it definitely opens up more opportunities because now developers have smart contract enabled technology. So then they can start making dApps that do utilize smart contracts, right? So you might start getting way more dApps that start coming out on the XRP ledger from that. So definitely opens up the door for potential in that sense. So then overall, just to wrap it up, Lewis just talks about what he thinks about it. And he basically says he doesn't think it's a big deal because he's really just adding interoperability, which has been being done for a while now. Yeah, I agree. As I said earlier, like this isn't like this absolute, oh my God, XRP is going to explode moment. Like it's going to add to value. And if you can get a developer who creates like an incredible, dApp, then yeah, it could be that something really takes off and that helps bring a lot more value to the XRP. But that's not guaranteed. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's opening the door. It's opening up the potential. So this is a positive thing. Please don't get that misconstrued. Like it's definitely a positive thing. But nothing's guaranteed. It doesn't just mean that because this is going to happen, if the proposal gets accepted, all of a sudden just expect XRP's price to just blow up. Like it doesn't mean that. It means the door's now open for more opportunities. It means more developers can come to the XRP ledger and they can get working and seeing if they can potentially create value for XRP and the XRP ledger. So overall, good video here. Well explained by Lewis. I pretty much agree with the general sentiment of what he's saying here. And it's good that he's addressed this because, again, a lot of people are just thinking, Ethereum, XRP, money baby. Bit more to it than that. Hope that's helped clear it up. But it is a positive thing. Let's just make that clear. Like, this isn't like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. Like, yeah, it's still definitely going to help with this being enabled. So don't want to make it sound like, don't care about it. It still opens up more opportunities, which is a positive thing, obviously. But just not saying it's going to be like, a moonshot moment, that's all. But what do you guys think? The XRP ledger integrating with EVM. Do you like the sound of this? Do you think that the XRP ledger integrating with EVM via a different blockchain would be something that's very positive for XRP? Do you think that this is something that would help with XRP's price? Or do you not agree with this? Is there anything that you've heard in this video that gives you any types of concerns? Or do you just not think that this will be any good for XRP's price overall long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.